Angela Dorothea Kastner, known to the world as Angela Merkel, born on July 17, 1954, in Hamburg, West Germany, rose from a scientific career in communist East Germany to become one of the most influential political leaders of the 21st century. As Chancellor of Germany from 2005 to 2021, she steered Europe through multiple crises, earning a reputation for pragmatic decision-making, steady leadership, and quiet determination. Her journey reflects the dramatic transformations of Germany and Europe across the late 20th and early 21st centuries. Merkel's early life unfolded in East Germany, GDR, where her family moved shortly after her birth. Her father, a Lutheran pastor, accepted a position in the small town of Templin, Brandenburg. Growing up in the GDR, Merkel experienced life under a communist regime, yet her family environment encouraged intellectual curiosity and independence. She excelled academically, showing particular talent in mathematics and science. After completing school with top grades, she enrolled at the University of Leipzig to study physics, graduating in 1978. She later earned a doctorate in quantum chemistry from the Central Institute for Physical Chemistry in Berlin in 1986. For over a decade, Merkel worked as a research scientist, publishing papers and building a career in a field dominated by men. The fall of the Berlin Wall in 1989 marked a turning point in Merkel's life. Like many East Germans, she felt inspired by the rapid political changes and decided to enter public service. She joined the newly formed Democratic Awakening Party, which later merged with the Christian Democratic Union, CDU. Her scientific background and analytical mindset caught the attention of party leaders. In 1990, following German reunification, she was elected to the Bundestag and appointed Minister for Women and Youth in Helmut Kohl's cabinet, a swift rise that positioned her as one of the youngest federal ministers. Throughout the 1990s, Merkel steadily advanced within the CDU. She held key roles, including Minister for the Environment, Nature Conservation, and Nuclear Safety from 1994 to 1998. Her tenure focused on environmental policy, international climate agreements, and nuclear safety standards. When a funding scandal weakened the CDU in 1999, Merkel emerged as a reform-minded leader, calling for transparency and renewal. In 2000, she became the party's first female chairperson, a role that set the stage for her national leadership. In 2005, after a closely contested election, Angela Merkel was elected Chancellor of Germany, becoming the country's first female leader and the youngest person in modern times to hold the office. Her early years in power focused on economic reforms, labor market policies, and strengthening Germany's position within the European Union. Known idly, her leadership style, calm, data-driven, and consensus-oriented, contrasted with more charismatic politicians, yet it resonated with voters seeking stability and competence. Merkel's tenure was defined by her response to multiple global and European crises. During the 2008-2009 financial crisis, she coordinated European efforts to stabilize banks and prevent economic collapse. She played a central role in managing the Eurozone debt crisis, particularly in Greece, where Germany's financial support came with demands for structural reforms. Her decisions were often controversial, sparking debate across Europe, but they helped preserve the euro and EU cohesion. In 2015, Merkel made one of her most consequential decisions: opening Germany's borders to over 1 million refugees fleeing conflict in Syria and other regions. The move, framed by her motto "Wir schaffen das, we can do this," drew both praise and criticism. It reshaped Germany's demographic landscape, fueled the rise of right-wing populism, and sparked intense political debate. Despite the challenges, Merkel maintained that accepting refugees was both a moral obligation and a testament to Germany's values. On the international stage, Merkel became a key figure in NATO, the G7, and the G20. She worked closely with world leaders, including US Presidents George W. Bush, Barack Obama, and Donald Trump, Russian President Vladimir Putin, and French Presidents Nicolas Sarkozy and Emmanuel Macron. Her approach to Russia, combining diplomacy with firmness, was tested by the 2014 annexation of Crimea, leading her to support EU sanctions while maintaining dialogue channels. Domestically, Merkel championed policies on renewable energy, known as the Energiewende energy transition, aiming to shift Germany away from nuclear and fossil fuels. She oversaw major infrastructure investments, digitalization efforts, and reforms to education and healthcare. Throughout her 16 years as Chancellor, she won 4 consecutive federal elections, demonstrating consistent public trust despite shifting political winds. Beyond policy, Merkel's personal style became iconic. Known idly unassuming, she avoided grand gestures, preferring detailed briefings and evidence-based decisions. Her trademark hand gesture, the Merkel rhombus, became a visual symbol recognized worldwide. She earned nicknames like Mutti, Mum, for her perceived reliability, though critics argued this reflected patronizing attitudes. In 2018, Merkel announced she would not seek re-election as CDU leader or chancellor in 2021. Her final years included navigating the COVID-19 pandemic, where her government implemented public health measures and coordinated vaccine rollouts. She stepped down in December 2021, handing power to Olaf Scholz, and largely retreated from public life, occasionally commenting on current affairs. Angela Merkel's legacy is one of resilience, pragmatism, and quiet strength. From a physicist in East Germany to Europe's most powerful leader, she shaped Germany's post-reunification identity and steered the EU through turbulent times. Her commitment to democracy, multilateralism, and human dignity left a lasting impact on German and global politics. Today, she remains a reference point for leaders worldwide, a reminder that steady, thoughtful leadership can guide nations through even the most complex challenges.